Hello, I am Miss Jannis from the Mill Road branch, soon to be the Good Hope branch of the Milwaukee Public Library. And I am here for Tween Tuesday Challenge. And I am here from my home because of COVID and because we are still socially distancing. But I'm excited to bring you this program virtually. So, Miss Dana wasn't here today due to some technical difficulties, but she will be joining us next time. So today what I am going to show you guys are these crochet bookworms. So this is something from when I was a kid. We used to have these all the time. People's grandmas would make them, or aunts, or whatever. And they're super fun, and it's kind of vintage, and I'm hoping to bring it back. So it looks like this. It's like a little coil of crochet stitches. It's got a tail, and then you can put all kinds of things on the end. So I'm just going to show you a few different ones I made. There's one with a tassel. Here's one right here. He's got Google eyes. And he's got some pony beads or craft beads on the bottom here. And he's got a thicker tail, which is something I'll try and show you guys how to do as well. Here's another guy right here. So I made a bunch of these because you can make them in about 15 minutes once you get going. And that's kind of the really great thing about this. Okay. So you just need some yarn, and you can use little end lots, little leftover bits. So I'm an avid knitter and crocheter, so I always have lots and lots of little ends. And you need some crochet hooks, so I've got some crochet hooks here. And the size doesn't really matter of the crochet hook, as long as it's kind of the same size that you'd need for the yarn. If you're going out to buy yarn, you can find on the ball band, it'll show you the needle size and it'll show you the crochet hook size that would be best suited for that yarn, okay? So I'm just gonna grab one here. And then I've got my pony beads here in a ramekin and some Google eyes. All right, so I'm going to rip this out. And that's the good thing about crochet. It's easy to rip out and it's easy to start all over again. You don't lose your place like you do in knitting. All right, so we're gonna start with what's called a slip knot. A slip knot is really easy to make, okay? You're gonna take your ball of yarn. Here's the end that's connected to your ball of yarn, and here's your other end. You're gonna wrap it around your fingers like this, okay? And you're gonna take this piece here and you're gonna push it through. You're gonna take your crochet hook, you're gonna grab that piece with your hook, right here, and you're gonna pull it through. You see how it closes that little slip knot there? And it's called a slip knot because you can make it slip close, right? So you can tighten it up like that. All crochet, for the most part, starts with a slip knot and then a foundational chain. So we're gonna make a foundation chain, and that's what the tail of the worm is, okay? So you're gonna hold your yarn with whatever way is comfortable for you, as long as you get some tension to it, okay? So you're gonna slip the yarn around your needle from back to front, hook it under the crochet hook there, and pull it through the slip knot, okay? Wrap, pull, wrap, pull. Wrap and pull. And you're gonna notice when you look at it, it's got two different sides, okay? It's got the side that has V's on it, okay? You can see. And then on the back side, it's got these bumps, all right? And that's what we're making are these V's. So we're gonna keep going. We're just gonna make a chain. And this doesn't have a pattern because it's really quite simple to make. So we're just gonna keep making a chain and a chain and a chain. You're just gonna keep going until as long as you want that tail to be for your book, okay? And then you want extra, and that extra is, so if you want this to be how much is gonna be in your book, you wanna have some extra because we're working into that chain to make this worm, okay? So we're just gonna keep going. The nice thing about crochet, about knitting, about any sort of like handiwork craft, sewing, weaving, it becomes very rhythmic. And the nice thing about that rhythm is it becomes very soothing. And that's why a lot of people find it so calming to do handiwork and crafts, because they become almost meditative. It calms your mind, right? So I knit and crochet every single day because it helps to keep me calm and helps to keep me grounded, actually. So I'm just going to do a few more here as soon as I can get my crochet hook back in. All right. Looks good enough. Okay, so we've got our hook, and what we're going to do is we are going to work into, you're not going to work into the first one that is up there, because that's the one that has your stitch coming out of it. You want to work into the V, that's the one right below that loop, okay? So you're going to, and it's a double crochet, but actually I think I'm going to show you guys a single crochet first, because that's a lot easier. So you're going to wrap it. No, you don't wrap for a single crochet. I always have to tell myself this. You're just going to put your needle into that hole. You're going to wrap the yarn around and you're going to pull it through. So now you've got 2 loops, okay? Then you're going to wrap it again and you're going to pull that wrap through the 2 loops, okay? Now, and what you're going to do for the curl, to get it to curl, you're going to do 3 of those into that hole, okay? So you see how it's made a bigger hole right there? So you're going to do it again, the single crochet, into the same hole that you did that first one. So put your hook through, wrap, pull it up. You've got 2 on the needle, wrap, pull through 2. You're going to do 1 more into that same hole. And it becomes easy to see because the hole gets stretched out. So put your needle in, wrap, pull through. You've got 2, wrap, pull through 2. Okay? So now you've got that hole. You're going to go into the next V, right there. Next V, okay? So let's go and do that again. So you're going to put it into the V, wrap, pull through. You've got 2, wrap, pull through 2. Wrap, oh, no. Put it in, wrap, pull through, wrap, pull. Okay? Put it in, pull it up. There you go. So I just did 3 more. Now, if you do a single crochet, it's going to just make a worm that's going to be a little skinnier than the other ones, but it still makes one, okay? So I'm going to do 3 more. So you're going to put it in, pull through, put it in, pull through, pull through. Now we're going to go into the next V. Put it in, pull it up. You've got 2, pull through. And then another one. Okay? So you're going to see almost immediately it starts curling around. Okay? So I'm going to switch over to this one that I had started already here. And I'm going to show you guys. And this one's a double crochet. Just pull my needle out. I'm going to show you guys. So the only difference with the double crochet, it's just a matter of whether you wrap before you put into that stitch or whether you wrap after, okay? So this one I already started. So with a double crochet, okay, we're gonna go into, I've already started it here. You're gonna wrap before you put it into the hole, and then put your needle in. You're gonna wrap again, and you're gonna pull it through. Now you've got 3. With the single crochet, we only had 2. Now you've got 3. You're gonna wrap again, you're gonna pull through 2, wrap again, pull through 2. Okay, wrap, pull it through the hole, pull it up, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 2. 1 more, wrap, pull it up, pull through 2, pull through 2. Okay, you can see this guy's starting to curl. And I realized when I was making one of these, if you wanted to stop and not even do a worm, what do you think that looks like to you guys? I mean, this is a hard yarn to see because it's a variegated yarn, so it's got a lot of color to it. But to me, it looks like a flower, right? So you could just leave it there and you could have a pretty flower on the end, right? So what you're gonna do, if you wanna just stop it here, And just for the purpose of this video, maybe we'll just stop it ahead of time. Okay, or maybe I'll just do another set. How about that? We're gonna wrap, put it in, wrap, pull it up, wrap, pull through two, wrap, pull through two, wrap, put it in the hole, pull that loop up, wrap, pull through two, wrap, pull through two. It's almost another little meditative mantra there, right? You say it to yourself. I still do it. I've been knitting for 20 years and crocheting for 30. I still have to say things over and over in my head in order for myself to remember. Okay? All right, so I just did one more set. Okay, so there we've got it, right? So then what I do is I'm gonna go back into the chain because we're gonna go right back down again. So I'm gonna twist it around and go back into it. So we're gonna go into the chain. Oh, now I gotta find it. I can't find it myself. There it is. Okay. We're gonna do what's called a slip stitch. Slip stitch is the easiest thing you can possibly do. No wraps at all. Put your needle in. You're gonna pull that live yarn through the first hole and the second hole. Okay? And we're gonna go down the chain. Put it in, pull through the first hole, pull through the second hole. You're not making a stitch, really. You're making a stitch, but it doesn't have any height to it. And that's the thing about crochet, right? You have a slip stitch, you have a single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, and a triple crochet. And it just makes it kind of grow in the height size of the stitches. So we're gonna go back down all the way with the slip stitches. And this makes a more sturdy tail in order to put it in your book. I kind of liked it with the sturdier tail. I am having trouble getting the stitch in. There we go. Okay, so you can kind of see right there. It makes a nice thick chain. And there's my little single minuscule worm, rose, whatever you want to call it. You go all the way down to the end, and then you can just clip it and knot it. And so this is where I wanted to show you guys. If you wanted to do a bead, a few beads to make a little something to hang out at the bottom. Maybe you guys have little charms at home that you can use. Anything you want. So I just slip those on. And I think I had a blue one here. Okay. On the end. And then I make a knot. And then I double knot it, just so they don't slip off. You can even triple knot it. Just kind of put the knot back over the original knot there so it doesn't come off. Right there. Or you can put knots in between them if you want them to hang a little different. Okay. So again, and then what I did is I just glued on some beads, or some Google eyes. This guy I made into a cyclops. So if you guys know your Greek mythology, right? He was a monster that had just one eye right in the middle of his forehead. So that's a cyclops worm. Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining me today for Tween Tuesday Challenge. If you want to find some more programs, just go to mpl.org and look at their events page. There are all kinds of virtual programs going on this summer. Okay? Thanks again for joining me.